Hello and welcome back to the SIMZ Serotonin podcast. We are live from the city of Bath, and today we're going to be doing what we always do, encouraging you to action your 3Gs to grow, glow, and go after your goals, your dreams, and your passion. And today we have the wonderful Ayush with us to talk about all of this. So I'm going to ask Ayush to introduce himself, starting with asking you, Ayush, who are you truly and how are you truly feeling in this moment?
Thank you for the introduction, Seema. Hey everybody, my name is Ayush Saraf. I would say I'm a dancer, I am a learner, and I love exploring new things, new food, places, activities. I'm also very adventurous. So, yeah, that's who I am. And what am I feeling like today? Was that the question?
Yeah.
I am feeling excited. I'm also feeling productive today, which is a slight change from the last few days. So I'm happy about that. But yeah.
That's always good. Okay. So Ayush, I would love to hear more about your dancing journey, because that's something, when I first met you, we met through mutual friends and, our friends who dance. Can you tell the audience a bit more about you, as who you are as a dancer?
So I started dancing when I was, I think, as young as I can remember, about the age of 3. And
3?
Yeah.
Wow, some people couldn't walk at 3.
Well,
Wow.
I still don't know what I did at 3, but I remember I started
Yeah.
going to a dance class at 3, and all thanks to my mom, she kind of just put me in a dance class.
Was she into dance?
She liked dancing.
Okay.
She did not really do it as much, but for events and family.
Yeah.
So she did like dancing, and it started with one of my very good friends' mother opened a dance academy.
Oh.
So that's where my mom enrolled me,
Yeah.
and I just started dancing, started enjoying it.
And was it many different types of dance? Was it Bollywood dancing exclusively?
So it started off with Bollywood. I think I
Okay.
did about a year or two of Bollywood, and then I went into jazz. So my foundation of dance is actually in jazz.
Really?
I'm not really. I wouldn't call myself an experienced Bollywood dancer. I would.
That's being too humble.
No, I've never really learned Bollywood properly, as opposed to
Wow.
jazz, which I have learned for almost a decade.
Oh, damn, I didn't know this. I'm
So,
surprised.
so yeah, I started doing jazz, and that opened up my curiosity into other dance forms. And as the academy grew, there were more classes that I could try out. So I went into contemporary, hip hop, jazz funk, which is a combination of jazz and hip hop, and also gymnastics. So I did all of this at that academy, which is called Rhythmus Happy Feet Dance Academy, by the way.
Happy feet?
Yeah.
Oh.
And yeah, so as years passed, I grew as a dancer, as a person. A lot of my friends now are from back home are people who I met at dance class. And I think I could say the same about Bath as well. A lot of my friends here are the people who I met through dance. So I think dance has been a huge part of my life. And in around, I think, 2018, I started assisting my teacher in taking classes. And yeah, since
How
then,
old were you in 2018?
I was 14.
Okay, wow.
Uh,
Assisting a teacher at 14?
Yeah, I started assisting a I used to get a 5 or 10 minute section during his class to teach, and then the rest of the class I would just be beside him teaching, or just following and maybe correcting people here and there. But yeah, and since then I've been teaching. I discovered recently that I really, really enjoy teaching as well. So I would add that to who am I?
Learner and teacher.
Yeah.
What do you like about teaching?
What I like about it is that people don't realize that teaching itself is a skill, more important than what you're teaching. So, as much as you should kind of know what you're teaching, you should equally know how to teach it, which I kind of learned from my teachers as I was training to be a teacher and not just a dancer. And it all comes from how you observe the students when you're teaching. So yeah, I think that's what I like about teaching is that when you are in a room with people you're teaching and they don't need to say anything for you to know what they are feeling in that moment as you teach to them.
What's a student you've had, or who's a student you've had, and why were they very memorable to you?
Very good question. So when I started assisting, I mainly taught kids from the age of 6 to 10, and it's only when I came into no, actually, so I started assisting by teaching kids age 6 to 10, and then I got involved in my school dance team, where our dance teacher over there allowed kind of the dance team to help. So he asked our help as well to teach. So that's when I kind of started teaching my age group, and then at uni as well.
Yeah.
But what's most memorable about my first set of students is that they were my first set of students when I started taking my first ever batch. And it's unfortunate that it was online during COVID.
No way!
Yeah.
Your first batch?
My first batch was online during COVID.
Oh my god.
But
that's difficult.
It was difficult, but then I had the support of the academy and my teachers to kind of help me through the process.
Yeah.
And some of those students, I think more than initially me getting attached to them, they got attached to me. And some of them maintained that connection even after we stopped the online batch.
Really?
A lot of them send me a message every now and then. Their parents, in fact, send me a message now and then. One student still wishes me on Teachers' Day.
No way, like International Teachers' Day?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I think that's something that I realized how much of an impact I had on them as a teacher.
Yeah, you should be proud. That's so nice. And on those learnings and like having that impact on people, and especially younger students during a time like COVID, that's very impressive. Do you feel like there's something that really stuck with you that you've brought forward into the teams you've led at uni, for the competitions at BIDS, for example, that you do? Maybe also, sorry to cut you off, Ayush, maybe give like a brief to the audience about that, like what kind of competitions you've led and those experiences too.
So talking about competitions, I've been to competitions while I was in school and at uni as well.
Okay.
In school, I think they're quite similar in terms of you have a team, you have a concept that's given to you, you kind of prepare your choreography and your soundtrack to it, you lead the team, and then you go on the day of the competition and perform. So that's kind of the premise of it, which has been similar either in school or at university. But I think from what I took with me from teaching prior to leading competition teams was that every age group and every person responds in a different way and requires kind of a different approach to teaching. So this is an example of my second year at university, when me and Kushi and Aru, we were choreographing for Just Bollywood, which is UK's, I think, largest Bollywood competition. And from our experience of being on the learning side the previous year, we kind of made a list of the things that we wanted to do for the people in our team and the things that we did not want to do for the people in our team. For example, we really wanted to prioritize their time because it was a huge time commitment. It was about 8 to 10 hours a week of dancing. So we wanted to make sure that when they come into rehearsals, they're not kind of wasting their time. We know what we're doing so that they don't feel like their time is getting wasted. And also things like making sure that they feel that they can come and speak to us at any point. It's not it is a professional environment, but it's also equally friendly, in which if they have an issue, if they can't make it to rehearsals, we wanted to make sure that they can come and talk to us about it. If they have an injury, we told them to come and talk to us about it, so that we could kind of maybe adjust the dance based on that, so that they don't obviously injure themselves even further.
Yeah.
So I think the kind of response to every person and making sure that it's not that also kind of just goes into leadership, and how you can't just dictate around. You have to kind of take from your team as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's something that I would say I learned from teaching.
Interesting. And with your experience being a learner and a teacher, you also said you were an adventurer. Do you feel like that part of you plays into your experience in dancing and being a learner and a teacher? And maybe have you like taken any risks? Or like tried things out, experimented a bit? I guess, is that the type of adventure, or when you said adventure was something else in your mind?
I would say when I said adventure, I had something else in my mind, but I would say the adventure in related to my dancing and the risks that I've taken has always been with time. I've always tried to kind of just squeeze that dance event in all of the other things going on. Somehow pulled it off, but I'd say that is the risk which my mom definitely does not like me taking. So, yeah, she keeps saying I always have too many things on my plate. But I think that having those too many things on my plate is what keeps me going. I think I remember a few months ago when I was during an internship, and I was not really doing any kind of extracurricular during that time. It was just working, coming back home, getting ready for the next day. And as much as I enjoyed the work aspect of it, I felt like there was so many things missing from my life. Like there was not enough. I think it's only when I reach the point where I feel like I don't have time that I feel the satisfaction.
You feel like, okay, I've hit peak now. There's not more I can do. This makes me satisfied.
Yeah.
Interesting. No, I hear you and I resonate. It's like you feel like if you're not doing something in the moment, it's like, wait, like I should be doing something, right?
There's so much
like,
I can do.
I'm not used to this. This is not normal. But do you feel like that ever maybe interfere? Like there's this concept of, oh, you should be bored because then it gives you time to be creative. What do you think of that statement? Do you think that you need some time to like be alone and just like with your thoughts and not have too much to do? Or do you feel like your best ideas and inspiration come when you're very active and you don't really have quote unquote time to think?
From my personal experience so far, I don't think I have noticed that there's one particular way when I get ideas. I've had experiences in which I do get ideas when I am just thinking and doing nothing. But also when I'm in the midst of something, I might just get another idea for something completely different. So I feel it's a mix of both, which is why I have not been inclined to I should take out some time to kind of just think and allow myself to be creative, or I should make sure that I'm not free at all. It's kind of just those pockets in the middle that I get.
Okay.
Spontaneously, and also those little bits of free time that unintentionally pop up, which I don't mind.
Yeah. Okay. And with you being very adventurous with your time, having these creative ideas, whether it's for dance or maybe for your degree as an architect, or hopefully soon graduate is it BSc in architecture?
Yes.
Graduate of BSc in architecture. Do you feel like you are also able to make enough quality time, like for your personal relationships, like your friendships? For example, one of our friends, Amrita, shout out Amrita, who is also a guest on the podcast. You and her like your games, don't you? You love your board games, night games that are coming soon.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you are able to always prioritize and make time for that, or is that something that comes like more here and there?
I feel that is for me, it's a very important part of my life, the social aspect of it and my friends. And I don't prioritize it over anything else. I think I keep it at par with my work. So as much importance I give to making time for work, or let's say for learning something new, I'll give equal importance to organizing that event or two with
Yeah.
friends to kind of, because I also crave that kind of social interaction with my
Yeah.
friends. Yeah.
And also, I've noticed, like, from your cohort in architecture, whenever I go, sometimes if I have a deadline, I'll go join them in the architecture studio because there's just like a really nice vibe. I don't know if it's for you guys, it's like trauma bonding, but from an outsider's perspective, everyone, it seems like a bit of a community, you know. And I heard you guys have a big group chat all together. I don't know if you guys are like, what, 100 something in your
Yeah.
course? I don't know if that's considered to be a smaller cohort, but I like how everyone is kind of, it feels like there isn't that much of a culture of gatekeeping, if I'm not wrong.
No, there
But
isn't. But
tell
in terms
yeah.
of what, though? Gatekeeping what?
Like, I've heard from other friends and other courses, not necessarily mine, but that sometimes people aren't willing to really help each other to do good because they, want to prioritize their own success.
Yeah.
But from what I've observed in architecture, everyone is quite like supportive, and everyone kind of, when there's like a deadline, everyone's there together, like the
Yeah.
snacks are out, everyone's just laughing or crying together. So tell me more about that and how you feel like you guys kind of foster that culture.
I think in a creative degree, bouncing off your ideas from other people is always helpful. So I feel it's that aspect that kind of encourages people to just talk to people around you or your friends. For example, just yesterday, I reached a point wherein I was really confused of what to do next, and I just spoke to my friend. I was like, okay, I have this option and this option. What do you think I should do? And she told me about a completely third option, which I was not thinking about. So yeah, it just helps bouncing off ideas, and if speaking to someone else, they might just complete your chain of thought, which you have been trying to figure out for I don't know, hours or days.
Yeah.
And in addition to that, we've been encouraged throughout our years to help each other because it's not relatively graded. So if somebody else does badly, it does not make my score better.
Yeah.
So there's no reason for me to not help anybody.
Yeah.
That's something that is actually reiterated to us every year in the
Really?
beginning, by our year coordinators.
Oh, that's great. And yeah, I mean, helping someone else can also increase the chances of you getting help too.
Yeah.
It's like reciprocation.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're discussing a lot about ideas, and you said architecture is a creative degree, so sharing ideas, bouncing ideas off each other is useful. What do you feel like your biggest challenges, not only within your degree or dance or anything, but or anything specific, but generally in your life, what do you feel like you struggle with the most when it comes to coming up with ideas?
Ooh, I feel my most what do I say? I wouldn't use the word struggle, but my something that I could improve on is not getting attached to an idea, which is something that applies to architecture as much as it applies to dance. Where as soon as I get one nice idea which could work, it may not be the best possible idea that I could have thought of, but if it's a good enough idea, then I will get attached to it, which is not very nice. But on the flip side, I will then make that idea work and do anything to make it work, which has worked in the past for me, but I'm now kind of forcing myself to just keep going and keep iterating until I find that one idea where I have no qualms about it. Everything just fits perfectly like a puzzle with that particular idea, which is currently the stage I am in with my project as well.
Okay. Why do you think you get attached to ideas?
That's an interesting question that I have not given much thought to before. It could be it could come, I think it comes from a place of not wanting to spend more time thinking about other ideas, instead spending my time just working on one idea. Um, yeah, I think that is the reason.
And do you think this maybe shows us a risk or maybe not a risk, but what's the word? I don't want to say flaw because I don't think flaw is the right word, but let's say risk for now.
Okay.
Of how adventurous you are with your time. Because you feel, sorry to cut you off, but because what came to my mind when you said that you feel like you maybe don't have enough time to come up with other ideas. Well, you obviously have a busy schedule, so you feel like you need to have this designated amount of time to ideation. Does that resonate at all, or is it different?
I think with architecture, I've never kind of divided my time into ideation, creation, production, or something. It's just it's always just been architecture, because
The giant blob.
yeah, just like that one chunk of time of my life. But I feel that's also partially because it's a creative field. You cannot anticipate how long it will take. You could get an idea in an hour, or it could take you days. So kind of getting that forcing yourself into that bubble of, okay, this is how much time I want to give to ideation, and then proceed further. In a way, it's good because then it forces you to give a minimum of that amount of time. But then it's also kind of bad because then what if you want to give more time to it than that? So I feel there's no right or wrong approach.
Yeah.
It's just I don't like to segregate it based on this. Because also sometimes you feel like you want to just step away from the ideation, go into something else, and come back to it later to kind of have a fresh mind. And kind of not setting goals in terms of time allotment to these things. Helps me with that.
Yeah.
It helps me with that freedom.
Freedom, interesting word. Do you feel like you have freedom in your creativity when it comes to, again, like architecture, dance, whatever? Or do you feel constrained?
I definitely feel I have freedom in creativity. Dance, especially with dance. With architecture, I feel at Bath especially, there's a lot of creative freedom as opposed to some other universities. So I'm really happy with that.
Why?
So although Bath is a BSc degree, it's quite practical. They don't restrict you in terms of your creative freedom. They will encourage you to do something crazy.
Nice.
But at the same time, they will expect you to, in the end, figure out how it works. So you're not just thinking out of the box and leaving it there.
Yeah.
You're thinking out of the box, but also making it actually work.
Yeah. Okay. And is there anything that you feel like people not underestimate, but people maybe don't associate with you, but you think is a very big part of who you are and your personality? Because obviously we've discussed dance, we've discussed architecture, but what else do you think is very Ayush but is not maybe visible to the world? Whether it's a passion, a hobby, an interest.
I'd probably say it's the adventurous side of me that's not very visible. Not in terms of the time, but in terms of actually being adventurous. Like, for example, one of my... I'm going to say life goal, but it's not a life goal. It's, let's say, bucket list item is to go to all the theme parks in the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And to do as many adventure sports as I can. So I'm quite adventurous like that, but I don't really play any sport.
That's a sport.
It's debatable. I would like
You
to
think?
I
As a
would
dancer?
no, not to the world. It's still a debate whether dance is a sport or not. I think it is. What really do you define as a sport? I would like to ask you this.
Me?
Yeah.
A sport is an activity that requires movement, and it can often be associated with like playing against someone else, like other teams, through competitions, for instance. And it's often good for your health because it involves like exercise, right? That's how I would broadly define sports.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think dance fits into all of that.
Yeah.
The only place where it kind of doesn't fit into is that sports usually have rules and regulations, and then there is a very it's quite objective as opposed to dance. Because if you're trying to judge dance, you have a criteria, but there's no white or black. It could be gray in the middle as well.
But you could argue that for other, I don't know, I still feel like the way, yes, maybe dance doesn't have as much of an objective criteria or rule or the same rules as other sports, but for example, I did dance growing up, and when it came to exams, like there were like specific steps you had to do correctly and you'd be marked down if you didn't. My sister was a ballerina, so she also, like, they're very strict with their exams and everything, and like the point, and so I actually feel like in some ways, arguably, like, no, I take back what I said. There are rules in dance. They're just different to other sports. But each sport is different to another, right?
Yeah, I agree. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying dance should not be a sport. I'm just trying to, like, I think there needs to be more discussion on this. I also don't think I'm well equipped to kind of how do I put this? I don't think I'm well equipped to kind of say that, oh, it should be or it shouldn't be.
Why?
I don't think I have enough knowledge about sports. I do think I know about dance, but I don't think I know enough about sports to kind of say dance belongs there or not. But having said that, what people don't realize is that dance requires as much training as any other sport, and also it's also a really good exercise, not just to be physically active, but also for strength training and muscle building, which I feel people don't realize.
Yeah.
And a lot of other things as well, cardio, flexibility.
Yeah. And mentally, it's also good.
Mentally as well. Yeah.
But you were telling us about your theme park dream.
My theme park dream, yes, it is a dream that I will hopefully achieve, to go to all the theme parks in the world.
What's the next one on the bucket list?
The next one.
Or the agenda to reaching the bucket list?
Well, I think the most accessible next one is Alton Towers. It's near Manchester.
Okay, I haven't heard of it. Alton Towers. Is it like, it's just called Alton Towers, or it's a tower structure kind of theme park?
No, it's just called Alton Towers.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Is that because it's the most close in proximity?
Yeah, currently that is the most accessible next option.
What do you like about theme parks?
It's the thrill and the adrenaline rush, and just the, going from one ride to another, kind of, just the thrill.
Yeah.
It's very satisfying.
Do you feel like you have enough adrenaline in your life?
I do think so. One of my life mysteries about myself is how I have so much energy.
You do have a lot of energy. He does.
Yeah. So I do think I have adrenaline, and I like that about me.
Yeah.
Keeps me on my toes.
Definitely. And Ayush, with your goal of getting to the Alton Towers, can I give you a challenge?
Definitely.
You can accept it. You can deny it.
Okay.
Not deny, sorry. I always say deny instead of decline. Decline it, or you can propose an alternative.
Okay.
So, do you have your graduation date?
Yeah.
It's like May...
14th July.
14th July. Sorry, not May, July. And what do you know when you're meant to finish deadline submissions, everything?
11th May.
11th May. Can I challenge you to go to the Alton Towers before you graduate?
Yes, you can. I do accept the challenge.
Accept the challenge?
Yeah, I'll accept it.
And who's going to hold you accountable?
You can hold me accountable.
You want me to hold you accountable?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you want to go to the Alton Towers with a friend, or do you want to go alone?
I'm probably going to go with friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when are you going to tell these friends?
In the coming month?
In February?
In March.
In March?
Yeah.
And you're going to make sure you do that?
I'll make sure I do that.
Okay.
It's the
You
challenge.
said it here. The podcast listeners heard you.
Yep.
Okay. So you're going to give yourself that goal.
Yeah.
That you accepted the challenge. You're going to give yourself that adrenaline.
Yeah.
And that freedom and that you crave.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll get a creative idea on a roller coaster.
Who knows? Well, then I should actually go before my degree finishes.
Well, it doesn't have to be an idea related to your degree. You want to leave architecture anyway, don't you?
Yeah.
But I mean, if you do want an idea, you said you're in a bit of an idea conundrum right now for your project, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you should go tomorrow.
Maybe, yeah.
What would it take to get you to go tomorrow? Or this weekend?
Yeah. No. It would take a lot of rescheduling of my week, which I don't think I'm ready to do.
Yeah. That's fair.
Although, if you woke me up tomorrow and handed me a train ticket along with a ticket to Alton Towers and told me to just go,
You'd be
I would.
tempted.
Yeah.
So would I. Who wouldn't? Have you been skydiving?
I have not. That is on my list at some point.
You should definitely do it.
Hopefully when I can fund it myself, because I think asking my parents to fund it, they'd probably stop giving me money.
Fair. Yeah. Oh, well, it was great to chat with you, Ayush. We
Likewise.
learned a lot about you being a teacher, being a learner. But one thing I'd love for you to share with the audience, Ayush, is how would you recommend that they spread their serotonin today?
I'd say go call up a friend you haven't spoken to in a while and just tell them how your week has been and what you think of the week ahead of you.
Mm-hmm. And maybe ask them about their week too.
And ask them about their week too.
And go to Alton Towers.
And go to Alton Towers, or we're quite accessible, or go to the nearest theme park.
We make accommodations.
Yeah.
Yes. And what's the one that is it called? What's the one near London?
Thorpe Park.
Thorpe Park. Is it worth it?
I really
You liked
enjoyed it.
You
Yeah.
went with John, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
It was nice. Yeah.
I'll need to go then. All right. Well, you heard it here, guys. Ayush Saraf. I pronounced your last name correctly, right?
Yeah.
Ayush Saraf says to go call a friend, tell them how you feel, and ask them how they are, and give yourself some adrenaline in life. Go book that ticket to a theme park.
Yeah.
Thanks again, Ayush. It was great to have you.
Thank you for having me.
And we hope this gave you some serotonin. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.